Yeah, hello guys. We are going to discuss the yesterday topic oceans. There is a continental relief like ocean reliefs. Okay, ocean reliefs. There are certain features of the ocean underground. What is the ocean? Ocean area. Okay, yeah, continental shelf. Yeah, it is the relief features of the ocean. Relief features of the ocean. First, continental shelf is what? This is ocean. Actually, this is ocean. Okay, this is the like continent border, like this is the border up to here, landmass border. Okay, yeah, this is where the river enter into the ocean. River enter into the ocean. This is the slope. This is the slope we can call continental shelf. Okay, continental shelf. It is submerged extension of the continent. Submerged extension of the continent. It is the gentle slope. It is the gentle slope from the coast of the depth. Okay, from the coast of the coast to the depth. From the coast to the depth. Gentle slope. Okay, this is continental shelf from the coast to the depth, guys. Okay, yes, it is narrow in Pacific coast, broader in Atlantic coast and Bay of Bengal. This is important for exam point of view. Okay, yeah, continental shelf is broader in Bay of Bengal, broader in Bay of Bengal and Indian east coast. Mean there is a eastern Ghats is very broad, western Ghats is narrow. Continental shelf is western Ghat is narrow. At the same time, Pacific Ocean is the narrow, Atlantic Ocean is the broader coastline. Broader coastline, why it is the broader coastline mean most of the rivers they can enter into this coast. That is leads to the this continental shelf is long, very long continental shelf, very long continental shelf, guys, very long continental shelf. Okay, like this, very long continental shelf. Okay, yeah, if the continental shelf is very long, this is mostly habituate for the many ports, guys. It is rich resources, that is oil, natural gas and minerals. Rich resources, oil, natural gas and mineral, and fishing grounds, shallow and sunlight penetrate phytoplankton. Okay, this area there is a chance of sunlight, exposure of sunlight, that leads to the phytoplanktons they can grow. If the phytoplankton grown, fishes is grown, fishes can eat the phytoplankton. Okay, this is North Sea, there is a oil, gas and Grand Banks fisheries. Okay, this is the continental shelf. Continental shelf mean where the mainland directly meet to the ocean, there is a rivers or they can enter into the ocean. That is the area, the slope area we can call continental shelf. Okay, yes. Just look into here, guys. This is the mainland. Okay, this is the mainland. Okay, the direct river enter into this area, directly fall under the continental shelf. This is the shelf. Okay, this is the continental shelf. This is the slope, continental slope. The river water directly enter deep. Okay, this is the continental rise, very deep. The final, the last area of the ocean is abyssal plain. Abyssal plain. This is the most important. They can ask you, guys, first continental shelf, after that slope, continental slope, after that continental rise and abyssal plain. Abyssal plain. This is the important, guys. Okay, yeah, there is a like phototic zone mean the sunlight they can reach here up to the continental shelf okay, that is up to the 200 to 3000 meter continental shelf, okay, up to the, this is the zone where up to the 9000 meter, okay, that is actually benthic zone. Benthic mean deep zone, guys, okay, yeah. Continental slope, continental shelf, after that continental slope. It is the steeper slope after shelf, depth 200 to 300, this is important, meters, 200 to 300 meter slope. It is boundary between continental and oceanic crust, it is narrow steep, okay, yeah, oceanic crust, it is the continental and boundary between continent and oceanic crust, okay, this is important, continental slope, okay, it is the boundary between oceanic crust and continent. It is contains submarine canyons curved by tributary currents, okay, less deposition took place, not a resource rich like shelf, okay, it is not a resource rich. The continental shelf is the resource rich because they can reach sunlight, that leads to the phytoplanktons grown and fisheries also grown, okay. The boundary between continent and ocean basin called continental slope. This is important for exam, guys, this is important for exam, okay, okay. I hope you understand continental shelf and continental slope. Continental rise mean depth increase, continental rise, okay, continental rise mean depth increase, okay, yeah. It is between the continental slope and deep sleep plain. It is continental, the place between continental slope and deep sleep plain, okay. It is accumulation of sediments, okay, that can be actually rivers, they can send many sediment materials, guys, okay, yeah. This is transition zone, it is connected the steep slope with the abyssal plain. Abyssal mean depth 9000 meters depth, abyssal plain, that can be connect, okay, that can be connect the continental rise, okay, yeah. Deep sleep plain, last, the deep area in the oceans, deep sleep plain, that is actually it is flat, very flat, just look into here, very flat, abyssal plain is very flat, okay, last place of the ocean, okay, yeah. It is extensive ocean basin up to the 3000 to 6000 meters. It is like earth flattest place, smooth surface, thick sediments, okay, the characters of the abyssal plains, deep sleep plains. It is occupies largest portion of the ocean floors, okay, yeah. It is like few volcanic islands, cairns and sea mounts may be project here. Exam point of view, it is the flattest area of the earth surface, abyssal plain. This is important, guys, for coming exam, okay, yes. Next, oceanic deep trenches, most important, previously they did ask in the exam, guys, they did ask in the exam previously, oceanic trenches are what? Trenches, okay. We are going to look into here, oceanic trenches. This is continental shelf, mean where the land they can meet the water, this is continental shelf, okay, where land meet the water, first continental shelf, fish harbors are going to take place, okay, fish harbor up to the 200 meter deep, up to the 200 meter deep. After that continental slope, after that continental slope up to 3000 meters, 2000 to 3000 meters continental slope and continental rise up to the 4000 to 6000 meters. After that, this is the abyssal plain. This is the plain area up to the 6000 meters plain area. Some areas deep trenches up to the 10,000 meters, up to the 10,000 meters. Everest how much? Everest is the highest peak, right? Highest peak in the earth, that is 8,848 meters only, 8,000. But here oceanic trench, in the Pacific Oceanic trench, 10,000 meters, that is the higher than Everest. That is the higher than Everest. This is the deepest, that is highest point, Everest. It is the deepest point in the Pacific Oceanic trench, 10,000 meters, 10,000 meters. Okay, mid-oceanic ridges, okay, volcanic islands, mid-oceanic ridges. These are the mid-oceanic ridges, mean there is a hilly areas in the ocean, hilly areas in the ocean, mid-oceanic ridges, volcanic, if the volcanic eruptions that took place make a land, that is volcanic island. Okay, this is the oceanic trench. These are the major feature of the ocean floor, major feature of the ocean floor, guys. Just look into here again. Continental shelf 200 meters, continental slope 2 to 3000 meters, continental rise up to the 4000 meters, abyssal plain 4 to 6000 meters, oceanic trench, it is 10,000 meters deep. Okay, and volcanic island, if the molten material, if they enter from the crust area of the ocean, they can create a land, mainland in the ocean, that is oceanic island. This is hilly areas, okay, in the ocean, that is oceanic ridges. This is all over the sea surfaces, guys. Most important, they can ask you in the exam. Okay, yeah. So guys, just they can ask you in the exam. Okay, yeah. Oceanic deep trenches, they can long, narrow, steep depressions, that is up to the 6,000 to 11,000 meters in the Pacific Ocean mainly, associated with subduction zones and plate convergence. It is origin of the plate tectonic activity. Of course, this is important. Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, it is about 11,000 deepest, 11,000 meters deepest. Mariana Trench is the 11,000 deepest, more than 10,000 deepest in the Pacific Ocean. Everest is only 8,800, but deep in the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean is more than 11,000. Okay, Peru, Chile area, there is a trench in the South America. There are many trenches. Java Trench also there, Indian Ocean, in the Indian Ocean. There are certain volcanic and earthquake activities frequent in the ocean. Okay, yeah. Exam trigger, deepest trench is the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. This is the exam point of view. Deepest trench in the ocean, Pacific Ocean, is Mariana Trench. Okay, yeah. Yes. This is deepest trench is Mariana Trench. Okay. The other ocean reliefs, mid-oceanic ranges, mid-oceanic ranges. These are the mid-oceanic ranges. Okay. This is the volcanic activity. Okay. Mid-oceanic ranges means submarine mountains, yeah, in the mountains looking like, these are the mountains in the ocean, mid-oceanic ridges. Okay. Yeah. It is a divergent boundaries. Okay, mid-Atlantic ridge is the example. Okay, sea mounts also there. Sea mounts, it is isolated submarine volcanic mountains, do not reach surface. Do not reach surface. This. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Goyards, flat tapped sea mounts eroded. Okay. Islands mainly volcanic Hawaii Island. This is important example. Hawaii Island is the one of the volcanic. Okay. Coral reef, Lakshadweep and Maldives, there is a coral reef islands. Okay. It is, yeah, submarine canyons, deep valleys and cutting continental shelf and slope like river valleys under sea. Okay. Just read it guys, very simple. Okay. You have to understand with the maps. Okay. Yep. Deep sea trenches, it is long, narrow, very deep depression, subduction zones. Where it is located? In the subduction zones. They can ask you, it is depth more than 6,000 meters, more than 6,000 meters, subduction zone. These words you have to remember. Examples, Mariana Trench, which is 11,034 meters in Pacific. Sunda Trench, Indian Ocean. Sunda Trench is the Indian Ocean, okay, which is associated with volcanic island and earthquakes. Okay, these are the important points, guys. PYQs, continental shelf, which is suitable for the, where continental shelf mean where the mainland meet the ocean. Okay, that is the place mainly fish harbors. Okay, this is oil and fisheries harbors. They did ask in the previous year exam. Which one of the following ocean floor is suitable for the oil and fisheries? Continental shelf. Okay, deep trench is the Mariana Trench, 11,003 meters, guys. That is previously RRB SSC question. Mid ocean ridges support sea floor spreading. That is UPSC prelims previous. Mid ocean ridges support sea floors. Okay, sea floor spreading. Goyards or sea mounts are conceptual. They can ask you conceptual MCQs. Shelf and slope is different also. They can ask you what is the slope and shelf. Okay. Yeah, exam oriented takeaway. Continental shelf is shallow and economic resources, oil and fishes. Continental slope is the steep and true boundary of the continent, and continental rise is sediment accumulation is there in the continental rise. Abyssal plain is the flattest and part of the earth. Okay. Trenches is the deepest and tectonic origin. Trenches is the tectonic origin, guys. Okay. Yeah. Mid ocean ridges is mainly they can formed by volcanic and new crust formation create. Okay. Yeah. The MCQs, guys, based on ocean relief. Which one of the following is the deepest ocean in the world? Pacific Ocean, obviously. Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean, covering 1/3 of the earth's surface. It is Mariana Trench, which is 11,022 meters lies. Okay. Yeah. Which of the following, which ocean has the most intended coastline? Atlantic Ocean, guys. Atlantic Ocean is the intended coastline. Atlantic Ocean has many bays, gulfs and seas. Excellent for trade and port development. Okay. If come to the India, east coast mean Bay of Bengal coast is the very like trade ports are there. That is the broad and intended. Thermocline is the best described as the zone of rapid fall of temperature with depth. Of course, thermo mean temperature. Thermo word mean temperature, not salinity, not mixing zone, not ocean floor. Thermo mean temperature. The down, cline mean down. zone of rapid fall of temperature with depth. If depth increase, temperature decrease in the ocean. Which of the following seas has the highest salinity? This is important. Red Sea. Red Sea, there is a high evaporation, little river inflow, salinity up to the 41%. Average salinity of the ocean water is 35 salinity, 35% salinity, but here 40%, 41% in Red Sea. Where Red Sea located where? Black Sea is located where? The boundary countries of the Red Sea, boundary countries of the Black Sea, boundary countries of the Mediterranean Sea. Most important, they can ask you in the exam, guys. I will explain you tomorrow if you want. Okay. Bay of Bengal has lower salinity than Arabian Sea because of course, Bay of Bengal, there are many rivers enter into the Bay of Bengal, unlike Arabian Sea. So, rivers, if the rivers enter, river salinity is very low. So, that leads to the low salinity created. More evaporation in Arabian Sea, no. More river discharge in Bay of Bengal is the suit answer. And higher rainfall in Bay of Bengal also suit answer. Okay. Spring tides occur when? Spring tides occur when? Of course, there is a alignment during like earth, moon, sun straight line, moon at a right angle with earth and sun, of course, that is the right. Okay. Yeah, alignment of during new full moon area, that is strongest gravitational pull, not push. Okay, that is high tides. Atacama deserts in South America is dry because of course, El Nino we did discuss, right? That is cold current reduces rainfall, the coastal deserts Peru and Chile. That is Atacama desert is the cold deserts in South America. Atacama desert is the cold desert in South America. Okay, there is a Peruvian coast. Okay, there is a dry session is going to take place because of there is a cold wind created dry session in the Atacama deserts, which is created in the Peruvian coast, Peru and Chile. The current responsible for warm winters in northwest Europe. The current responsible for warm winters in northwest Europe. Okay. Yeah, North Atlantic drift, that is North Atlantic drift, guys. The warm extension of Gulf streams keeps northwest Europe milder than the other areas at the same latitude. Yeah. The richest fishing grounds of the world are found in, this is important, guys, near equator, no, in the convergent zone of warm cold currents. Convergent zone of warm cold current, it is created actually the algae grow, ALGAE, algae growing. This climate is algae growing took place. If the algae is grown, more fishes located. Okay, if the algae grown, this climate is suitable for the algae growing. If the warm and cold current meet together a place, there is no extreme conditions, that is leads to the algae growing, that is more fishing harbors related. The convergent zone of warm cold current, the nutrient upwelling, that is the mixing, mainly Japan area and Peru area. Okay. Yeah, which one of the following is biogenous deposit? Clay, manganese nodule, calcareous ores and sand. Calcareous ores mainly the like calcium carbonate relevant to the like any living things, guys. It is formed by shells of the foraminifera and Protospheres, the organisms. Okay, yeah. The manganese nodules found in ocean floor are, okay, living organisms no, volcanic depths no, it is the mineral concentration containing manganese, iron, nickel, copper. Okay. In India, tidal power projects are feasible in where? Gulf of Mannar and Park Strait, that is actually Andaman Nicobar. Gulf of Combat and Gulf of Kutch, this is the Gujarat area guys, Gujarat area, that is the power projects are located. Gulf of Combat and Gulf of Kutch, it is the high tidal amplitude, these gulfs suitable for the tidal energy because of it is the high coastal area. Gujarat is the high coastal area guys, high because of it is the west side of the country, there is a height, it leads to the projects. Okay. Exam takeaway, Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean, Atlantic is the, it is high indented coastline, there is a high trade took place in the Atlantic Ocean. Thermocline is the rapid fall of temperature for every 500 to 1000 meters. Salinity pattern is the Red Sea is the highest salinity, Bay of Bengal is the lowest salinity. Spring versus neap tides, alignment of right angle of that moon and earth. The currents are Gulf of Stream warm current, Humboldt is cold current. Fishing zones where there is a warm and cold currents meet. Depot is like biogenesis, manganese nodules, India tidal energies, Kutch and Kambath. These are the exam keywords guys. Okay. Yeah, relief of the ocean floor MCQs. Which of the following features are found on the ocean floor? Yeah, of course, continental shelf, mid-ocean ridges, trenches, all of the above found in the ocean floors. The deepest part of the world ocean is Mariana Trench, 11,034. Mid-Atlantic ridge is an example. It is the divergent plate boundary, most important. Divergent plate boundary is Mid-Atlantic Ocean. This is the most important. It created new crust. Okay, here the plates are move apart. This is important for coming exam guys. Okay. एक minute. Yeah. It's not visible, right? एक minute guys. Yeah, this is important guys. Okay, this is most important. Mid-Atlantic ridges is an example of, that is divergent plate boundary, most important divergent plate boundary. Okay, new crust created here, two plates move apart. Okay, this is the most important, okay, for coming exam. Divergent. They can ask you divergent plate boundary or convergent plate boundary or transform plate boundary. Okay, plate boundary is nothing but, guys, okay, divergent mean this is the one plate tectonic activity. Okay, divergent mean if they move away each other, okay, if they move away each other, created a place that is actually there is a deposition is created. This is the divergent plate boundary. Okay, yes. And the flat and extensive part of the ocean basin is called, of course, abyssal plain is the deepest place. Okay, flattest region of the deepest ocean covered by sediments. Which of the following is not correctly matched, Challenger Deep is the Mariana Trench. Puerto Rico Trench. Puerto Rico is the place of the South America, that is Atlantic Ocean. Java Trench, Indian Ocean, of course. Peru Chile Trench is Atlantic Ocean. This is the wrong. Peru Chile Trench is the Pacific Ocean, guys. Atlantic Ocean is wrong. It is the Pacific Ocean, not Atlantic Ocean. Okay. These what's also most important, guys, this term for the exam point of view. Submarine volcanic mountain that rises above the sea level becomes a island. Above the sea level island, within the sea is the mid ridges. Okay, yeah, islands. Hawaii Island formed by the volcanic. They can ask you which one of the following is the example of the volcanic activity. The island is Hawaii Island. Okay. Which of the following is correct about the continental slope? Continental slope, it is the shallowest part of the ocean. No, it connects the continental shelf and deep oceanic basin. This is second is answer. Okay, it mark as the boundary between continental crust and oceanic crust. Yeah, I hope guys, you guys understand this oceanic reliefs. They can ask you in the exam. This is the most important, one of the most important topic, guys. What happened within the oceans? Okay, what are the features, oceanic structure? We know the earth crust, we know the continental features. Okay, in the earth, we know the mainland features, but what is the features in the below the ocean is the most important. They can ask you guys in the coming exam. If you like it the video and share it. Thank you.